We'll go straight into the
Coalition of
business of
civil
the day.
society organizations,
Text of
led by the
law
Civil Society Groups
assessment
of Good
monitoring
Governance
evaluation available. How to
(CSGGG),
execute
held a
the
press
commitment
conference to address
what
concerns about Right
executive
Honorable Benjamin Okeze
doing
Kalu's
the
suitability as Deputy Speaker due to alleged perjury and false representation. 2. The coalition emphasizes the importance of truth and accountability, referencing both the Bible and the Nigerian Constitution, and insists on equal scrutiny for all public officials.
matter of Right Honorable Benjamin Okeze Kalu, Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives, and issues surrounding his suitability to continue in that office in the light of alleged perjury, false representation, and allied matters. Gentlemen of the press, on behalf of the coalition and specifically the Civil Society Groups for Good Governance, CSGGG, I welcome you all to this World Press Briefing and commend your commitment to democratic governance, rule of law, accountability, and probity in public office. It is pertinent to remind you all that the Bible instructs us that you shall know the truth and the truth shall set you free. That is in John chapter 8, verse 32. Also, the 1999 Constitution, as amended, says in chapter 1, verse 1, subsection 1, this Constitution is supreme and its provisions shall have binding force on the authorities and persons throughout the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Therefore, what we are gathered here today is to demand the truth. All we are doing here is to demand the truth, just clarity, and to test the constitutional provision that all authorities and persons in our country are indeed held to the same scrutiny and accountability without prejudice to chapter 1, subsection 1 of the Supreme Law of the Land, the 1999 Constitution as amended. Let me make it clear that we are non-allied, partisan or otherwise, and our interest in this matter, which has been raging for a while without due attention by the relevant authorities, which include the Nigerian Law School, the National Youth Service Corps, NYSC, and the Legal Practitioner Disciplinary Committee, LPDC, as well as the principal actor in the debacle, Right Honorable Benjamin Okeze Kalu, should be a source of great worry to all patriotic Nigerians. We do not impute any crime. Please take note. We do not impute any crime. Yet, rather, we demand clarity as to the possibility of Right Honorable Kalu, after swearing two oaths, one with the National Youth Service Corps and the other with the Nigerian Law School, that he will abide faithfully and wholly with the demands of the service year and the rigors of the law school, still carry out two functions which are mutually exclusive and not to be held for perjury and for violating the rules and regulations of the National Youth Service Corps and the Nigerian Law School. We shall return to the matter presently. Right Honorable Kalu swore on oath as required by the NYSC Act Section 2, Subsection 3, that he will engage in a continuous one-year national service. We therefore wonder how statutorily possible it was for him to engage in any lawful endeavor, such as a law school, and partake in full-time academic training at the same time. That sounds very fishy, I guess. It is also instructive to know that under the Nigerian Law School policy, a very strict policy at that, students are prohibited from serving as corps members during their period of study. You may wish to know that our dear Deputy Speaker was admitted into the Nigerian Law School under the name Benjamin Okeze Osisiogu before effecting a change of name 3 times actually, as he has changed his name, solemnly declared in April 23, 2010 that he was not and will not engage in employment or participate in NYSC during his course of study. From available records, he swore as follows: I, Mr. Benjamin Okeze Osisiogu of 76 Factory Road, Umuahia, Abia State, hereby declare on my honor that I am and will not be engaged in any employment or serve in the National Youth Service Corps during the period of my course at the Nigerian Law School. Gentlemen of the press, if he swore on oath twice, the germane question is how did he come by the NYSC discharge certificate number A001773067, allegedly issued on March 8, 2011, and at the same time of March 9, 2010 to March 8, 2011, when he was supposedly at the law school. Only one of two scenarios can apply. Either he did not participate fully in the NYSC service year, or he never attended the Nigerian law school to qualify him to be enrolled into the bar. It is this reason we demand for clarity and accountability from the Right Honorable Speaker, Honorable Kalu himself, the National Youth Service Corps. We also demand clarity from them, and the Nigerian Law School and the Council of Legal Education. All these people must come clean so that there will be no ambiguity as to the matter at hand. It is a tried matter that no individual is bigger or more important than the laws of our country. You agree with me, especially the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. For too long have we allowed people with tainted records to occupy high and important offices. We will remind you of our recent history where ministers have been forced to resign, judges have been sanctioned and sent packing over their indiscretions and abuse of records. Professors have been dismissed from their posts for falsifying records and engaging in plagiarism. So it doesn't matter whether anybody is a number 6 citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Our prayers are very simple. One, let Right Honorable Benjamin Kalu step aside pending the determination of these allegations. He occupies too grave an office for anything to be associated with the occupant. You agree with me? Nigeria is an important country in the Committee of Nations, not just in the continent, but across the world, and should not have individuals with any semblance of questionable character occupying such an office. Secondly, let the NYSC, the National Youth Service Corps, come clean on Mr. Kalu's service year. Of Mr. Kalu's service year record. Did he actually participate in the compulsory national service? If yes, how? If not, how did he come about the discharge certificate he possesses? The Nigerian Law School and Council of Legal Education should avail the public of their records showing the full participation of Mr. Kalu in over 70% of activities as required by its rules. And if in breach of the oath, his call to birth certificate should be withdrawn forward, as it falls short of the high demands of probity, truthfulness, and fidelity to the law as expected of law practitioners. At present, a senior lawyer of the Tally Shani fame is facing his day in court as it ought to. So, this is no exception. Mr. Kalu himself should demonstrate the moral high grounds by showing proof that he actually didn't continue both programs simultaneously. And if he didn't, should explain the certificate he possesses. He's a high-ranking officer, the number 6 man in the country. So we expect so that these things will not be inundated with the news of this and all that. He himself, as a high-ranking principal officer of the National Assembly, should come out very, very clean. Gentlemen of the press, we are duty bound to demand of those we call our leaders the highest probity. To expect less is to set a dangerous example for the youth of this country. It is common for us all to tell the younger ones not to cheat, to obey the law and work hard. But it is easy to condone those who, by alleged crookery, ascend the pegs of power. No, we should be intolerant towards such characters. Finally, We are committed to following this to the latter and will occupy the National Assembly if after 72 hours the various authorities do not act. Thank you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.